Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Divine Angelic Chosen One channel. This is Gracie, and also the Spiritual Earth Angel channel 623. It's my other channel, the Spiritual Journey, Spiritual Healing channel with the videos and stuff on there. My first channel. I hope everyone had a good Christmas holiday, and as we work towards our new year 2024, I hope everybody is manifesting and keep on moving with their blessings and their gifts and their talents. Continue to stay in your ground, protect yourself, and so forth. So I want to come to you because God been giving me a lot of downloads. You know, still, on my spiritual purpose and mission. And so with the prophetic dreams and the visions and stuff that I be getting. And so the download I want to come to because it's was like detailed type prophetic dream. And as I were dreaming it, God was like giving me like confirmation and different things like that of what's happening in the dream and different things, so forth. And so I want to go on with what I have previous prophesied and spoken of. Now he's giving me into more and more details of it with that. And so I want to come in with the dream is that it start off with, it's like this man. It's a man. And he's like he drive like trucks or commercial trucks or something like that is what I'm getting. And this man is married. And he's been like hooking up with different women in different states. And having sexual relationship with them and different things like that. And a part of the dream where it shows me that God was showing me last night that I saw this man was like in the shower, and he had like two women that was like washing him off, like taking his bath or whatever, like he was a prince or something. And then there was like men, like of different race, was like watching as these women were like taking this man's bath, as if he was like a prince or something. It reminded me of the movie of Coming to America, when Eddie Murphy and the female wanted to bathe him and stuff like that. That's what it reminded me of in the dream with this man. And all of a sudden, it's like somehow the wife found out what this man was doing, doing his travels and stuff, I guess for his job or whatever. And, what he does for his extra activities when she's not around and when he's on the road or whatever. And she drives a white Nissan, 4-door type sedan type car that his wife drives. And what made it kind of interesting was that this man was like kept shape-shifting. He kept shape-shifting in the dream. He would shape-shift to jump to different people in the dream and take on that person's image. And That's when I knew then it was like also this is like an entity that kept shape shifting and kept jumping into different people. And as it kept jumping into different people, as I, saw it in a dream, and I saw it that I was like, oh, this is a shape shifting spirit that is like jumping from when it jumps off this man, it jumps into other bodies and uses their energy and their essence. And then it jumps to, once it's used it up, then it jumps into something else. And what it was, and as I was seeing it, it was like the wife, and then God had took me to another scene where the wife were like confronting these women and different things, trying to say, tell these women that this man is married. It's like she was fighting for her position in this man's life, is what I was getting in a dream. Like she was fighting for a position in this man's life to show these women that, she is married to this man. Look at his, because the way it showed me, just she was telling him, look at the driver license and different things, or actually see his driver license, then look at do their research and look at the last name and all this stuff. That's basically what that was happening. And it was a warehouse also, and it was like these women also worked in warehouses. So where this man go, they worked in warehouses. And there's one woman particular, she was kind of tall, kind of dark brown skin. She wore glasses, kind of tall, short haircut maybe, not too short, maybe like a bob or something like that or whatever. And so this woman was like telling her co-workers that she was going to beat, this wife, ASS, and, she was going to do this to her when she see her and all this stuff. I guess maybe this woman was messing with this married man. And she knew that the man was married and she was still messing with him anyway. And so when the wife got word of it, she went and confront the woman that works in the warehouse. I don't know if the wife works in this warehouse too. I'm not sure how the wife even made it inside the warehouse. So I'm not sure if she works inside the warehouse also. And this is where her husband comes to deliver or whatever. I'm not sure. But in it, it was like a group of like men and women was in the warehouse. And so the wife went up to the woman that was talking all this BS about her, to, the co-workers and people that worked in there, running her mouth, being a big mouth or whatever. And so she ended up going into this woman's face. I mean, in the dream, it showed that this wife was like nose to nose with this woman in the dream. And she was like, just, telling the woman, yeah, I heard you said that you was going to do this to me, do that to me, do that or whatever. I'm here now. What you going to do? And that's what the wife was saying, as I were in the dream, as I was hearing it in the dream. And the wife was like telling this woman this. And she, the woman was like silent. Like you couldn't even hear a pin drop. She wouldn't say nothing. She is like she cowered up and got real scared or whatever and didn't want to speak or anything. And the wife was still going off in this woman's face. And so the woman then, so then the wife backed off and, walked away and called the woman all types of names and stuff. And like she was a coward and all this stuff in front of this woman's co-workers. And everybody was like laughing at this woman because she was so embarrassed and ashamed because she was coming off like she was big and bad and all this stuff, what she was going to do to the wife or whatever when she saw her. And it didn't even happen. And so, then the female decided that she was going to say something smart, sarcastic to the, about the wife or whatever. And all her co-workers just turned their back and walked away, start laughing at her. So she was even more embarrassed. And they just start laughing at her, like, oh, you a coward. We don't want to hear anything you got to say no more, because the wife was right there in your face and you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing at all. You cower up. So and she pretty much shut you down type attitude, energy that was in the dream. And it was kind of funny to me. Because I could hear myself laughing in the dream also when that was happening. And so then after that, then a lot of the women then start getting upset and angry with the husband. I guess maybe they slept with him. They found out that he really was married, and he was lying to them the whole time about being married and all this stuff. And then they end up doing their investigation and saw that, what the wife was saying was true and all this stuff, that, and the husband was doing all the lying or whatever. So, so then after that, it was like the husband was like going home or something like that, was driving home or whatever. And all of a sudden, it switched to this entity again. I could see this demon or whatever in the spirit. I could see it walking. I could see the silhouette of it, kind of dark type thing. And it was, and it was trying to go back to the host. So I'm thinking that the host is the husband, because the husband was driving home. So this entity was trying to, after it has, went to different bodies and different things like that, start siphoning energies. Wherever this man come in contact with, it was siphoning energies from different people, men and women. And as it was trying to come back to its host from its original, I could see the demon was like charging right back into, like an out of body type experience. It was like running. I mean, that thing was running so fast that it was running and trying to charge and jump back into this man or this host, this body. And before, I guess it was a cutoff time. I'm not sure. It was like a cutoff time where it needs to be out of the body and it has to get back into the person's body to live on or whatever. And when this entity tried to do that, how like you have those plexiglass or those fiberglass are real thick and plastic, or even thick windows. So as it was trying to jump back into from off another person back into this man's body and host, it hit like a brick wall and it bounced off. And the entity or demon, it bounced. I could see the spirit where it bounced off of this man's body. Like this man's body was like protected now, that it could no longer enter in, this man's body or whatever, or this host body that it was trying to get back into. It could never enter in, and it kept trying. I mean, that entity or demon, that spirit just kept trying. It kept running. It was like it'll start off running real fast, trying to jump back into this man's body, and they keep hitting that plastic fiberglass. It was like either this man had like a big protection, a wall up against it where it could no longer enter into this man's body or host, to feed off this man and live on, so it can go and, as this man traveling, on his job or whatever he does in commercial trucking or whatever, it could no longer enter this man's body. And it's like it's been like a wall or protection, something has stopped the spirit. And so when I woke up, I asked God, I said, well, God, I said, why was this entity doing this and jumping back and forth and try to get into this man's body, and he couldn't. And so, and it's like it saw me there too, and I was like, how you in a dream and you looking in it, as you dreaming it, you can also see yourself looking inside the dream also. And that's how it was. And so when that happened, it's like the demon then turn around and jump into another person's body that was like walking by or whatever, jump into that person's body. And then all of a sudden it had like a bow and arrow. This was like a bow and arrow. Like those wooden bow and arrows that you can shoot like for target practice and stuff like that. It was sort of like that, but this was like a real one. Like sometimes would they be having like in the games of Thrones with the bow and arrow, or if you have like the Mockingbird movies and stuff like that, where Hungry Games, where they have the bow and arrow, like the girl have the bow and arrow. It was like that type bow and arrow. And when he saw me, he was so mad that he turned the bow and arrow and was trying to, it was like 6 of it. He was trying to grab one of them and try to shoot at me. But he couldn't do it. And the reason why he couldn't do it, because when he saw that I had my weapon, which is my sword, and when he saw that I had that, and he recognized that I was an earth angel and that I was a spiritual warrior, he decided to put the bow and arrow down, the demon that was in the host of this person. And I saw when he took it out the string and put it back in the little pouch, and he turned around and he put his head down. And I said something to it. I said, I was waiting for you to try this. I said, because you will get destroyed today. I said, you already been exposed for hopping around and shape-shifting and out of people. I said, now you can't even get into this entity. I said, I cast you back to hell. And you see, it's messing with my throat as I was speaking. And as I was telling my husband about this, about the dream that I had, I was feeling like lightheaded. Really, really lightheaded and dizzy. Like I was about to pass out as I was telling him the dream. And just now my throat started bothering me as I was casting this out. And as I spoke to it in my dream, I said, you no longer can roam this earth, you shape-shifting, traveling demon. I said, you steal people's energy. I said, you can no longer steal people's energy and get into the host no more. And when I did that, it disappeared. The demon just all of a sudden just disappeared. And it no longer was there. In the dream. And then that's when I end up waking up. And so God was just letting me know that my purpose is also spiritual warfare in the spiritual realm and on earth. And this is something that I've been doing for years and years and years anyway. Doing spiritual warfare, and going and doing battles against demonic entities and different things like that. That's part of my calling, to do that and to expose and to destroy and to cause judgment on these entities that is roaming around. And it brought back, and then God was brought back to when me and my husband first got married. And I told him I had a dream that it was I was sleeping, and next thing I know, this was like, I could see was like this African type Muslim type man, and I could tell that he was like a alpha or either a witch doctor or something. And in the dream, it's like he had like this blanket, and he was trying to put this blanket over me and start chanting something with this blanket over me, and kept saying it. And I remember my deceased cousin that had passed on. She was calling me. She was calling my name in a dream, and she was like, "Gracie, wake up, Gracie, wake up, wake up." And so I was like halfway sleep and halfway in the dream state. So I was in the dream world and also in the earth world, because I could actually see my bedroom too, and also I was still in the dream. And as I woke up, I could feel the forces of whatever this witchcraft, voodoo doctor, whatever, alpha, whatever he was chanting over me with this blanket. I could, it was like it was trying to trap and hold me down, but it couldn't hold me down, because once I realized it, I started to speak in unknown tongues to it. And when I did, it got his attention. And he was like, and the words that he said to me was, "You are not supposed to wake up to hear to this, to do anything." And I just kept on speaking in unknown tongues to this I guess this warlock, whatever they call it now, the voodoo doctor, the root doctor, whatever, or alpha, or whatever it was. But he was on the dark side alpha, not on the good side, but the dark side. And once I did that, he took the blanket off real fast, and then he disappeared. And then I ended up waking up, and was telling my husband about the dream and stuff like that, of what was going on. And this is not the first time that I don't had dreams like that I had to do spiritual warfare, against the witchcraft and different things, entities and deities and all the stuff, that I had to do it. And most of the time I would be speaking in unknown tongues to them. When I need to speak it, it comes automatically to me. And then I don't remember what I said after that once I wake up from the dream. So I know that when that happened, God is giving me the spiritual words to say to kill and destroy the demons and the entities that tried to come when I'm in my spiritual warfare battle. And then it's like, remember when I told y'all, if you go back to the spiritual Earth Angel 623 channel, I talk about the veil. I talk about pillow talking. I was the first one to talk about the pillow talking readings. I was the first one talking about the veil, behind the veil, revealing the veil. The veil has torn. Back in the beginning of March of this year, I talk about all that stuff. All the vision, the dreams that God was giving me. I talked about that on that channel. Even the pillow talk. I talk about the 50 red flags. I talk about that stuff. I was the one that came up with all of that also. In my videos and stuff. With that. And then I talk about other videos, of a child being, taken away from a family and stuff like that by uncles and, father or whatever. I talked about videos like that. I even talked about having dreams about with different other, about, this coming into the past life, the past life, what I want to say, because trying to take my words, the past life's reincarnation. I talk about that too, about the twin flames and the earth angel that came to earth and all this stuff. I talked about a lot of stuff like that in my videos. That that I came about talking back in the beginning of March of this year is when I started the channel on my spiritual journey and my spiritual healing and spiritual awareness. I talked about a lot of stuff on that channel. And then now my second channel is the Divine Angelic Chosen One channel now, where I talk about a lot of other prophetic dreams and visions with that. Also, you can go back and look at those videos, and if they resonate with you or get some insight to help you on your spiritual journey, your spiritual warfare, that would be a blessing to you, and a more enlightenment and awareness on your spiritual path and your spiritual journey, your purpose and your mission as you go along with your healing process. And after that, it's like it's so many dreams that I had. That, like I said, some dreams are meant for me to speak on and some it's not. And like right now, I have a lot of downloads is going through my mind right now, to really speak on with that. And it's this, and I also talk about the alpha, the alpha males and the coven groups and stuff like that. I talk about that. And at this point, it's like everybody that has done something wrong to the spiritual being, the earth angels, trying to trap them, trying to change the narrative of the story, trying to say people are false and fake and all this stuff. It's nothing but delusion and illusion. It's trying to stir people off the wrong. And if you are really tuned in to your spiritual side, your spirituality, you're praying, you're meditating, then you will understand. God will show you and make it plain to you. Like he said, write the vision and make it plain. He will give you confirmation on what people are saying, and what resonates to you in a dream, what is meant for you to know, what is meant for you to get advice from, or whatever. All you have to do is tune in to your inner self, your higher self, your spiritual self, so that way you can hear when God speaks to you. When he speaks to you, when he say things to you, it would have some type of resonate with your spirit and with your soul, body, and mind, and whatever you're going through at that time. I just want to, we have the last days of 2023, just to encourage people to continue on with your journey, your faith, your belief. Keep on manifesting, keep on creating, keep moving forward. Do not stay stuck in the past. Get your proper healing and you move on. If it's healing in your relationship that you need to get healing in, then ask God to give you guidance on how to heal. If it's healing in your body, ask God to how you can eat proper foods and different things to get the healing, or either go seek medical attention to get the proper healing. If it's rest that you need, then you ask God for that. If it's income that you need, you ask God for that too. And He will show you how. You know, if you need restoration or rejuvenate, you know, all you have to do is just ask. You know, listen to this still quiet voice of God that will speak to you. And I know there is a lot of people that don't believe in God. Then like I said, my channel is not for you. Because I do believe in God, and I will be speaking on God's behalf as a messenger. So if you don't like what I have to say, then just bypass this video and keep going. Then the video will reach people at the time that it needs to be reached, and when they need to hear it. And also too, I'm going to be coming a little bit more often on with my live videos and different things now, since I have some downtime and stuff like that. And so, and you know, get more tuned and focused on what's going to come in the upcoming of 2024. That we need to be prepared for as spiritual beings, earth angels, star seeds, divine beings, you know, and all, because it has been a long battling year of 2023. And as we go into 2024, it's going to be a lot more easier. Things going to come to us a lot easier. We going to manifest things a lot faster and quicker. Now that we have ended the karmic cycles, or any other cycles that we have been in, soul ties or whatever has ended and has cut. Now you move on to your new beginnings. You're no longer stuck where you at in 2023. So as of December 31st goes into January the 1st, we move into the new year, where it's new beginning, which is they call it the dragon year. So we move into that, where it's new beginning. And all the old things are being made new. And so this is a good time now, up until January the 1st, to decide on what you want to happen for you in that year. It's the time now to get prepared and start seeking God and praying, and let it be known of what you desire, what you want coming into your life in 2024, what you want to do in 2024. So when January 1st come, you already done prayed, and you already done meditate, and now it's time for you to walk boldly into the 2024 with faith, with boldness, with courage, with your head held up high. Stand your ground when you need to. Speak the truth when you need to. Expose when you need to. Most of the divine unions and twin flames and soulmates are already in connection, and they are moving forward into 2024 as a divine union. It's already been done. They're moving forward. And those that are not in connection yet, expect for your connection to be in 2024. All you have to do is just ask. Ask and express. And you need to be specific of what you want to come into your life. Don't be vague with it. Be very specific. Because whatever you speak out of your mouth will come to you. The good things, not the bad things. So always stay in the positive mind frame at all times to reap your harvest, to reap the blessings and the benefits of whatever that has come to you, has been given to you in your destiny. Nobody can harvest your energy. Nobody can steal your destiny. Nobody can change or alter anything that's already been written in your DNA before you were born. Unless you decide to give up your own destiny, then that's a different story. But if you are diligently working towards your destiny, your blessings, whatever you want to manifest, your creativity or whatever, relationship or whatever, in your job, business or whatever, family, whatever, it's already written. Sometimes God would test us during our path just to see how loyal and faithful we are. Are we going to give up and quit when things get rough and bad, or are we going to continue to move forward with strength and courage and faith and learn the lessons that we needed to learn in 2023 so we don't repeat it in 2024? You don't want to go backwards in 2024. You want to continue to move forward in 2024. That's how we need to go forward and continue to step. Every stepping stone that we make is progress. It's very crucial to be able to do all of that, so you don't have to worry. Free your mind. Set your mind free. Continue to do your protection work against your energies and everything else. You still need to protect yourself also. But free your mind as you go into 2024. And the stagnation of energies that's been surfing around, that will end at December the 31st. It will not go on into 2024. You'll be surrounded with new energies, new positive energies. And all the karma that people has done bad to us, and the chosen one, the 144,000 chosen beings, spiritual ones, twin flame, divine, masculine, feminine, etc., etc., spiritual leaders, etc., etc., it will no longer be hindering. No more hindrance. Our path is now clear and free for us to move forward without any blockage or hindrance. Nothing but happiness, love, peace, and joy in our life, overflowing abundance of blessings. Celebration after celebration we will have. And there will people be around us that really love us and really care about us and really loyal to us, will be there to celebrate with us without any envy and jealousy. God will begin to show you also who are your people that you need to trust and who is loyal in your life, and who you need to get rid of in 2024. Because the people are going to start showing their personality, their true side and their personality. And that's when you'll see who to wean out and who to keep. Who's been blocking you all this time, God, you'll begin to see it. God will begin to show it. Whether it's in dreams or visions, in readings, tarot card readings, astrology readings, whatever, or someone come in and speak a word over you, or prophetic word over you, or whatever, or come up and say something to you, you will get the confirmation. Until next time, keep moving forward. Keep pressing on. Love, peace, joy, and happiness, and much blessings to you in the year of 2024. This is Gracie from the Divine Angelic Chosen One channel and this Spiritual Earth Angel 623 channel. I'd like to thank all my reviewers, my subscribers, and people also that might have shared my video or whatever. I thank you.